Zella, and you're listening to Frey. Starting right now, here's your host Alfredo Leon.
Thank you, Ella, and this is indeed Frey, as there was a major trade that occurred in Major League Baseball recently, as that trade was made yesterday during the Major League Baseball trading deadline, after the New York Yankees made a trade with the Chicago White Sox around July 15th, in which they acquired David Robertson, Todd Frazier, and Tommy Kahnle. They made another major trade by acquiring pitcher Sonny Gray from the Oakland Athletics in exchange for minor leaguers Dustin Fowler, Jorge Mateo, James Kaprielian, and international signing bonus pool money. Here is Yankees GM Brian Cashman talking about the great trade, courtesy of the Yes Network.
Billy and I have stayed in touch and certainly worked through a lot of different ideas. This is in the end, this is what was workable for both sides. It's tough. We lost, I'll tell you, we stepped up. We lost 3 high-quality players, that will be missed. And they're hard to replace. We're proud of the development of those players from our system. We're proud of the selection of those players, both internationally and in the amateur draft. From Donnie Roland's side with Jorge Mateo and Damon Oppenheimer's side, on the amateur draft, they've provided, tremendous value, and they're going to have, I think, tremendous careers, and injuries notwithstanding to Kaprielian and Fowler right now, and so it was a tough decision to make, but we are dealing from an area that, we had a need. There was a vacancy, and Sonny Gray is controllable and for the next 2.5 years, and so it was something we felt it was the risk worth taking, and so we're excited by his addition, Jaime Garcia's additions, and look forward to them blending in with the rest of the guys we have, and we got a nice feel in that clubhouse. Those guys are battlers. They're talented. I'm talking about the 25 we currently got, and just adding people like that to that mix, should make us better.
Should be definitely a good trade for the Yankees there. Definitely looking forward to see what Gray will do with the Yankees, as he was a target that the Yankees highly thought of, and he should help out that rotation indeed. He has a 6-5 record with a 3.43 ERA in 16 starts, and will probably be in the rotation with Masahiro Tanaka, CC Sabathia, Jaime Garcia, and Luis Severino, which has become a very strong rotation. And he will be in the rotation because they had a need in the rotation after the injury to Michael Pineda, and the acquisition of Jaime Garcia means that the Jordan Montgomery will probably be in the bullpen or be sent down to AAA, as he had a good start, but he struggled lately. And now with the acquisition of Gray, there's no place to put Montgomery unless they went to a 6-man rotation, which probably won't happen. And Oakland received the Yankees' 4th, 6th, and 12th best prospects, which are Fowler, Mateo, and Kaprielian, respectively. Fowler is currently on the 60-day disabled list after he ruptured his right patella tendon after he crashed into a wall in his Major League debut at the beginning of July. He hit .293 with 13 home runs and 43 RBIs in AAA prior to injury. That's a shame to see that the only time he was with the Yankees was when he made that play when he crashed into the right field in Chicago, and he had that devastating injury there, and he was never able to play another inning with the Yankees. It was a shame because his at-bat was going to come up, I believe, at the bottom of the inning or the second inning, so it was definitely a shame to see that his only play in the major leagues with the Yankees was that injury that he sustained after he was in right field, which was devastating to see. But he'll be back, and he'll get a chance to make the Oakland A's, as he would not be able to make the Yankees because of all the prospects that the Yankees have had, and a lot of guys are blocked. So he will have a chance to make the A's roster next year. So we'll see what happens there. Mateo was a prospect that the A's had their eyes on for a while. After he struggled in Single A, he was on a hot streak in Double A, hitting .300 with 26 RBIs and 11 steals. He was a shortstop, but he also, I think, he played third base as well, and I think he's also played at outfield, I think. He would not have had a spot on the Yankees roster because he was blocked by Didi Gregorius, and there was no place for him to be on the Yankees unless he played other roles, but a lot of those roles are already taken by guys like Brett Gardner, and of course Aaron Judge. He's not leaving the lineup, so a lot of guys are blocked in. These guys were not able to come up with the Yankees right away. Some of these guys aren't even on the 40-man roster, so they won't be able to have come up with the Yankees for a while anyway. Kaprielian was a first-round draft pick of the Yankees in 2015. He had a good year in 2016 in Single A, when he pitched to a 1.50 ERA with 11 strikeouts for 9 innings. He had Tommy John surgery in April, so the A's got two guys that were not healthy and injured in Fowler and Caprillion. But those guys will be back next year. Since Caprillion had his Tommy John surgery in April, he'll probably be back at some point after the All-Star break next year. And Fowler, we'll see. He'll probably be back some point next year too. But he won't be probably won't be available for spring trading. Well, he'll probably be available for spring trading. Yeah, yes, he'll be available for spring trading. But we'll see if he's able to make the team right away and see if he's still effective, though. But this was a good trade by the Yankees to acquire Gray. This was a need in their rotation after the injury to Michael Pineda when he had his torn UCL in his right elbow, which caused him to get Tommy John surgery. So this was definitely a good acquisition for the Yankees here, as they needed a need in their rotation. Of course, they also acquired Jaime Garcia as well recently, so they bolstered their rotation up to try to make it better. And even that led to Boston Red Sox GM Dave Dombrowski calling them the Golden State Warriors of Major League Baseball, after Brian Cashman last year did the same thing by calling the Boston Red Sox the Golden State Warriors of Major League Baseball after they acquired Chris Sale. This is what it's come down to now in baseball. Any team that gets a lot of players are now being compared to the Golden State Warriors and such, because of the Golden State Warriors having 4 All-Stars and Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. Now every team that has a domination, regardless of the sport, is now being compared to the Golden State Warriors. It just shows that any major move is being done, it's the Golden State Warriors. So we'll see what the Yankees can do. They definitely improved their rotation, and they should be able to get out there and be able to try to finish games and complete starts to be able to try to get wins, as they won't have to go more than 5 innings, probably maybe even 4 innings, because of the bullpen that they have is dominant. So they don't have to get that many innings out of their starters, but they would probably want the starters to go as long as possible, just so they could have save these bullpen guys for fresh, so they don't wear down. Even though they acquired more bullpen guys, like I said, David Robinson and Tommy Kahnle, but they still need to address their bullpen there. So just to hope their starters combine to get more innings. And Sonny Gray, he was their best pitcher in the A's system. He had a down year last year. This year he was doing well, so he was their ace. So we'll see if who's their ace this time. If it's Severino or Gray, well, it's probably still Severino. But Gray, he will help out that rotation as well. So that causes maybe with 5 days, so you can probably get a good starter out there. And every day you can get a good start out of the rotation. If Masahiro Tanaka can keep up what he did his last start when he had 14 strikeouts, if he could keep that up, then this rotation is going to be great. So we'll see what happens there, as this should be exciting, seeing Sonny Gray in a Yankee uniform and to see what he could do there. Joe Girardi said that he should probably schedule Gray to make his Yankee debut sometime on the road trip, which will be in Cleveland, so it could be around Thursday. So there hasn't been an announced starter for Thursday yet, but it will probably be Sonny Gray, probably. And we'll see what he does with the Yankees. He's a good pitcher, so they definitely made a good acquisition. And they gave up. They were able to acquire Sonny Gray without giving up Clint Frazier or Chance Adams or a Gleyber Torres as well to get him. They got lower guys like Mateo and Caprillion and Fowler. If you're going to get Sonny Gray, you had to give us somebody. So they wouldn't have been able to get Sonny Gray if they hadn't given up some of their best prospects. But some of the guys like Fowler, Mateo, and Caprillion, they were blocked in probably, so we would have been able to make the roster because of that. But Sonny Gray is definitely a good addition to the team. And if they would have got a Yu Darvish, they would have had to give it up a Clint Frazier or a Gleyber Torres or a Chance Adams, and they didn't want to do that. So good move by Cashman, as he was able to give up prospect without giving up his top guys like a Torres or a Frazier or a Chance Adams. So this should be a good move by the Yankees, and we'll see what happens there. Gray should definitely help him, and he's controllable for the next 2 years as well. So he's not just there for this year; he's there for the next 2 years as well. So he'll have a chance to make a good impression on the Yankees, and let's see what he does there. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. The links will be in the description. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Anyways, peace.